Comcast presents the Comcast High School Basketball Game of the Week. This week's matchup, the Zion Benton ZBs take on the Mundelein Mustangs. Welcome to Mundelein High School, Mundelein, Illinois, everyone, as we get ready for a North Suburban Lakes Conference matchup between the ZBs and the Mustangs. Hi again, everyone. I am Perry Williams, joined again by the coach, John Cohn, and great to have you with us as well, right here on Comcast. And Coach, already this time of year, they have turned the corner in conference play, and what a matchup we have here tonight.
Yeah, should be a good one. Second half of the season underway. All the holiday tournaments are out of the way. Now we're down to the fun stuff, the conference games. Great rivalries, and we've got one tonight. Zion Benton and Mundelein, both at 4-2 in the conference. The winner still has a chance of winning conference, so should be a big game, should be a real entertaining one.
Okay, let's talk about the teams. First of all, starting with Zion Benton, of course, over the years, Coach, the ZBs have had an outstanding program under their head coach, Don Cloth, and this year is no exception. They're off to a great start.
Yeah, they're very deep, they're very balanced, and it almost sounds monotonous, but yet another very good Zion Benton team, quick, athletic, and a real strong rebounding team. They'll be tough to beat tonight.
And let's talk about the Mundelein Mustangs. And Coach, this is a team a year ago had all kinds of problems, but boy, as I say, what a difference a year can make, and it has in the case of the Mustangs.
It really has. A different season this year. Only 7 wins last year. Dick Kennard, the outstanding coach in his 3rd year in the program, took a while to put the system in. Last year they had a lot of injuries, but this year a different story. Already 15 wins, and they're 4-2 in the conference, and a fun team to watch to get up and down the court, full court press, shoot the 3-ball. Be a lot of fun to watch.
Okay, let's talk about some of the key players you'll see here tonight, and let's start with one of the seniors you'll see for Zion Benton, old TD, Terrence Davis.
He is a really, really tough player on the inside. Terrence Davis, one of their stars of the sophomore team, a couple of years ago, did not play last year, so he has been a surprise. He came out for the team as a senior, and he is averaging 11 points a game, 8 rebounds. It was the MVP of the holiday tournament in Luther North. He is a real force on the inside for Zion.
And for the Mundelein Mustangs, a real talented senior as well. That's Rafi Montilla.
Well, not only talented, he is the epitome of the student-athlete, Perry. A wonderful, wonderful kid, great student, and a tremendous basketball player. This year as a senior, he's really developed into a star. 15 points a game, 10 rebounds. He can do it all on the court. He'll be fun to watch.
Well, they played earlier this year. That was last month, and Zion Benton won that game, but that was on their court. We'll see what happens here tonight in Mundelein. Eric Schmidt along the court side as well. We'll tip it off next. You're watching high school basketball only on Comcast. Welcome back, everybody, to our game of the week. I'm Perry Williams on the coach, John Cohn. We have the ZBs of Zion Benton and the Mustangs of Mundelein for you here tonight and this week, as they will be battling in the North Suburban Lake Conference. What a conference that is, with Warren and Stevenson currently tied up top with records of 5-1. Starting lineups for the Zion Benton ZBs, the road team here tonight. And let's take a look at their starters, coach, and relatively young squad, but they are talented.
And a sophomore point guard in Stewart, a very, very good one. He started last year as a freshman. We talked about Terrence Davis and Rodney Clinkscales there at the top of your screen. He's one of their leading scorers, too. Yeah. Very balanced Zion Benton team.
No question about it. And their veteran coach, Don Cloth, you saw there. Here's the Mustangs, their starting lineups, and they went to a very guard-oriented attack this year, and it certainly has paid off thus far.
Yeah, Mantilla and Singe both listed as forwards. They could really be guards, too. Dick Kennard likes to say, and it's not far from the truth. He's really got a 5-guard lineup, but they're quick, fun to watch.
And there you see a huge crowd tonight, and the Mundelein High School, the fans are pumped in the student section. They got all sorts of decorations, and they are ready to go, as are we and the ZBs of Zion Benton, and they always bring a loyal following as well.
I think they call that group there the Sea of Red, and the Sea of Red's ready to play, and there's Dick Kennard, the outstanding coach for Mundelein in his 3rd year, really brought some excitement and enthusiasm to the program. His assistant coach, Corey Carnegie.
And there you see Coach Cloth there, and that kind of trademark sweater vest that he has worn so many years, and his longtime assistant, Coach Worthington.
Yeah, and Coach Worthington's son is Travis Worthington, now the center in the ball club, so Coach Worthington's got a little extra interest, but they've been a wonderful 1-2 coaching combination for a lot of years. Don Cloth in his 18th year, and he just entered, Perry, the Illinois Basketball Hall of Fame, so congrats to them. And there you see the Mustangs fired up, to say the least, for this big conference game in front of their home crowd.
Let's go to Eric Spin along the sideline.
Thanks, Barry. The Sea of Red parted just long enough for me to have a few words here. When Dick Knar came to Mundelein 3 seasons ago from Northside Prep, his Mundelein team won 4 games. The following season, 7 games. This season, already 15 wins, and he says the main reason for that is the team's experience, but more importantly, they believe. That's something they didn't do the last time these two teams matched up, but since that December matchup, they've had several wins. Their confidence is growing, but he says that tonight they will once again need to believe they can beat Zion Benton. Fellas, let's go to the action. Courtside with you.
Okay, thanks very much, Eric, and we are just about ready to tip it off. And it's Davis for Zion Benton going against Rafi Mantilla in the center jump circle. Jim Bernardi, the official, tees it up, and the tap is controlled by the Mustangs in their home white uniforms.
Zion Benton will come out playing man-to-man, and Mundelein will shoot the 3 early, and they'll shoot it off, and they love that shot. They love going to the hoop also.
A little bit short on the shot by Nav Singh, but on the transition back, a nice spin move down the lane, going hard is Barron, not there. The rebound still doesn't go, and it will go out of bounds. And a whistle, our first one of the game, and our official tonight, Jim Bernardi out of Lake Forest, Mark Leffler out of West Chicago, and that was Scott Klingberg out of Belgium. Veteran, talented officiating crew.
And you see Mundelein picking up full court, kind of a matchup, full court man-to-man press. They love the up-tempo game. Zion does too, so it's going to be fun to watch, quick up and down. And like you mentioned last time they played, Perry, a big win for Zion Benton, and it mainly was on the glass. Big rebounding advantage last time they played.
And Zion strikes first, 2-0 ZBs as Clinkscales connects the junior.
Nice pull-up jumper right there. Hard to defend that. Zion Benton playing man-to-man, little cross screen there.
They're singing double team, now triple team, and still gets a shot off, but it's rejected by Davis.
Yeah, he can score, he can rebound, and he can block some shots too. MVP, like we said, at the Luther North tournament.
The leaner rolls in for Clinkscales.
Yeah, he had 18 last time they played. Rodney Clinkscales' first 2 baskets of the game. Mundelein needs one here. Got to be patient, run a good offense. Navrat Singh, their leading scorer.
Underneath now, and heavy traffic. Putting up and in off the glass is Andy Rochon.
That's nice when your point guard scores down in the blocks, huh? Nice little post move by the junior point guard, Andy Rochon. Nicely done. Zion sets it up.
And that's Stewart we talk about. He's a sophomore, very talented, and he is cool. He's hit some game-winning shots.
Yeah, Don Cloth likens him a little bit to Andre White, who was a star for him a few years back. Nice box out.
Yeah, they had that great team with Andre Wright and Julius Lott and company.
Went down to the super sectionals, have never made it downstate, but boy, they've had some successful teams here. Zion Benton, you can see the ZBs play a little half-court man-to-man, trying to slow the tempo down just a little bit. Dick Knar pace.
Well, they try to go back door, and that time Singh got kind of tied up on the break, and it went out of bounds from the turnover. Well, you look to see who they lost to in those super sectionals. You had that talented Maine West team in '98 with Kevin Fry and Lucas Johnson, which went downstate and did well. Then in 2001 to that Schaumburg squad, and Glenbrook North in '03.
Of course, that Schaumburg squad ended up winning the state championship with Mark Pankratz and company.
In '03 was that John Shire coming out party. From Glenbrook North in heavy traffic, and the putback, still not there, but staying with it is Davis, and the ZBs come out with the shot, and hitting it is Worthington. So nice effort on that offensive glass by Zion Benton.
There's the coach's son, huh? Travis Washington, nice shot. Worthington, I should say.
Staying a little bit wild in that shot. The break, and the bucket goes in by Clinton Roby, the senior.
Yeah, big early lead here for Zion Benton. 8-2, getting contributions from different guys. Nice job by Roby, typically a defensive specialist.
Rolls out, and that Shot by Mantilla.
And both teams love the fast break. Look at Zion get it and go.
So quick, but Mantilla with good defense, it gets the rebound. Barron dishes off now to Milner. Back the other way, and the bucket goes up and in for Nav Singh.
He's their leading scorer, number 22, the junior. Real pleasant surprise this year. He can go to the basket. He can shoot the three. Nicely done.
We said there'd be an up-tempo game, and you can see it already.
Yeah, it didn't take him long to warm up, huh?
And just doesn't go for Barron. And now a tie-up on the jump ball, possession arrow in favor of Zion Benton.
Yeah, it's a mistake there by Travis. You got to pull the ball away. He left it right there for Chris Milner. Chris Milner did a good job. Look at the replay. Nice drive. Good penetration by Milner. And then the strong drive by Singh. And Navraj Singh, the junior, who's been a real scoring star, real surprise for Mundelein this year.
Quintrell Love has checked in, another sophomore for Zion Benton, number 33.
Boy, they'll have Zion Benton will play 9, 10 guys. They have a deep rotation. Mundelein too. Both coaches will rotate some players in. Zion probably a little bit deeper.
Now into the hands of Stewart. Brown is able to dish it off now to Clinkscales.
You can see the Mustangs picking up pressure, man-to-man defense. Great job by Pat Barron.
Nice feed down low, and just quickly is Davis. Got the feed down on the block and put it up and in.
Great hands. Good catch.
Mantilla. They're working around the beyond the arc. The shot still not going for Barron and company.
You got to be careful, the Mustangs. They got to keep this game close. Zion capable of a run. Good steal right there. They needed that.
And a pull-up jumper.
Oh.
Getting it. It's a two for Roshan, and he has now flung it.
And they needed that one right back in the ballgame. Little double team off the inbounds pass, but that got the fans on the Mundelein side back in the ballgame. And the referees, I think, going to call a stoppage of play to indicate that, in fact, it was a two-pointer, not a three-pointer. Either way, though, Perry, that was big because Zion was getting on a roll. Andy Roshan, big hoop.
Antonio Stewart now is checking, number 24. He's going to look at Cloth.
Watch the replay there. Nice little pull-up jumper and lost art at times. The drive and the pull-up. Good job, Roshan, a junior, guarding the ball right now.
Clinkscales, nice effort there by Banks and John, but the basket goes up and in for the ZBs. 12-6 is the score.
You see some subs in the game for Mundelein too. Eric Pagsanjan in the game. Good scorer coming off the bench. There's Singh. His brother will come in the game too. Indir, a senior.
And top of the key and hitting it is Nav Singh. Averages almost 11 points a game.
Yeah, averaged 19 points a game for the sophomore team last year, and he's not quite at that level with the varsity, but boy, he has become a real scoring threat.
And they try to force it inside. Mantilla with another steal, and he's fouled as he was taking over the half-court stripe.
Yeah, going to call the point guard, Ron Seward. Good look at Rafi Mantilla, the senior. Remember, Perry, we announced many of his games of his sister, Julie, who played at Hersey High School. Nice kick-out pass
went on
by
to
Rafi.
Yale University, where he as well will go.
Rafi played the freshman and sophomore year at Hersey, and then parents moved up here. Pleasant surprise. Tough loss for Hersey, but a great
and
move.
Nice feed down low. Nice passing down in the paint to Mantilla.
Yeah, and he can play inside or outside. That time getting it done on the blocks. Nice job by Rafi, the senior team leader.
Now they're back to within one and scramble for the loose ball, and it's out of bounds. So that is now 4 turnovers here in the first quarter on Zion Benton, only 2 for the Mustangs.
Good look at Terrence Davis right there. Here's a replay of the other. Nice catch inside. Good interior pass, and then Mantilla able to finish. But Terrence Davis on the other end, Perry, is going to be a tough matchup for Mundelein.
Tracking down the rebound is Quintrell Love. He still has the basketball. Now over to another substitution. Jeremy Williams, the senior, is in. And Lenzel Smith, a freshman. And underneath, then up and in. So taking advantage of that opportunity. Zion Benton, the lead is back up to 3.
Quick hands, 32, Lenzel Smith, the freshman with these assists, and right back goes Mundelein.
Pagsanjan.
Eric Pagsanjan, nice play right there, and he picks up with full court pressure. Wow, up-tempo game.
Another turnover by the ZBs. Barron checking back in line, and Chris Milner getting a breather.
Well, I think the coaches are going to have to rotate players in and out. Good look on the replay right there. Might have got fouled, stumbled, lost his balance, and somehow still able to concentrate. Nice play by Peg St. to finish it off, the junior.
Mundelein still looking for its first lead of the ball game.
Zion Benton a little careless with the basketball. Now Mundelein gets careless. You got to play quick. It's the old Johnny Wood expression Perry used at UCLA. Be quick, but don't hurry. Right now, both these teams offensively just slightly hurried. You got to make sure you catch the ball. Be quick, but don't hurry.
And strong to the hoop and up and in. Nicely done by that sophomore, Quintrell Love.
He's one of the stars of the future, one of many good young players on that Zion Benton team. It's only a sophomore. They got a freshman, too, Lenzel Smith, in the ball game right now.
And starting his drive and getting fouled is Mike Skinner. Starting to make the move.
Gonna get a look at the basket by Love. Driving to the basket. Nicely done. Quintrell Love, 6'1", only a sophomore.
Here's Mantilla beyond the arc.
Zion staying in their man-to-man defense. Sometimes they'll come out with a full-court zone press, but typically Don-Cloth teams, straight man-to-man.
Here's Skinner trying to look baseline. Nice recognition, and he hits Gianaris. Anthony, the junior, is able to bring the Mustangs back to within one.
Yeah, contributions off the bench. Coaches love to see that. Nice play. A couple of bench players getting it done. Gianaris with the basket.
And what a big first quarter for that young man. Number 40 has 6 points, and the lead back up to 3 for Zion Benton.
Tough matchup. Terrence Davis right back. Comes Mundelein.
Gianaris.
You can't rest in this game. 2 quick baskets off the bench for Anthony Gianaris, the junior. Careless with the ball.
And a foul is called on Mundelein.
Got lucky to get a foul call right there because he was out of control. We're talking about Jeremy Williams, the backup point guard right there. So a little break for Zion Benton. Get a rare chance to catch our breath. You see Worthington coming back in the game, Perry, but wow, fast-paced. 18-17 the lead for Zion. Man-to-man for the Mustangs.
They inbound, a little spin move in the lane, and knocking off the glass is Antonio Stewart, the junior.
Boy, both teams getting some nice contributions off their bench players. Huh? Great to have depth. Solid starting lineup, but some real quality coming off the bench, and they're putting the points in right now.
Tough shot down the lane, and it falls for Skinner at the buzzer. What a first quarter. Zion Benton and Mundelein lining up the scoreboard at the end of 1 quarter of play. Your score, the ZBs 20, the Mustangs 19. You're watching the Comcast High School basketball.
High School. I'm joined by Perry Wilhelm, the athletic director here at Mundelein. 20 plus years as a basketball coach here. You left to go to Grant for a couple of years, but now you're back. Tell us what brought you back here.
That really wasn't a hard decision. This was home. Like I said, I coached here for over 20 years. Know so many of the kids and the staff. You know, it just feels right, so it's great to be back.
Now, what is game day like for a former coach now that you're athletic director?
You know, it's a little different. You used to worry about what defense you were going to play in matchups. Now you make sure you got all your ticket people, your supervisors. Is the gym set up right? So it's still hectic, just in a different way.
Barry, you've got a lot of action going on this weekend. A lot of people came back. What is actually going on for the athletic department?
Actually, Dick Canar, our head coach, they're starting a basketball Hall of Fame here, and it's just done an outstanding job with it. So they're inducting 8 of the inaugural members into the Hall of Fame tomorrow night at a banquet. I think they got about 150 people attending. So they've really done a great job with it. It's kind of exciting.
Thanks so much, Perry. It's great to see the history here, and hopefully Perry, John, will try and get some of those guys later. Fellas?
All right, thanks very much. Great job, Perry Wilhelm did here and is still doing now as athletic director. He saw a couple hoops as Mundelein took the lead briefly for the first time, and answering back at the other end was Terrence Davis. But breaking strong to the hoop is Pat Perrin.
Nice delivery by Andy Roshan. The old backdoor basket, nicely done by the senior Patrick Barron.
First quarter shooting, we mentioned shooting the lights out. Zion Benton shooting 62%, Mundelein 50. Our stat man extraordinaire here tonight, Southside Tommy Bonin.
Missed that time, a rare miss. Both teams shooting pretty well. Clinton Roby on the miss. There's Seward, the sophomore point guard.
Able to dish it back out. Clinkscale beyond the arc. Fighting for the loose ball. Tipped back out. Here's Milner with it. Little spin move. Able to dish it off to Singh. Can't finish.
Great catch by Navrod Singh, but not able to finish like you said. And back comes Zion Benton. The Mustangs hurriedly into their defense.
Shot taken not there. And out of bounds it goes. It will be Mundelein basketball. Fighting for it was Travis Worthington, but it went out.
Yeah, it's a big game conference-wise, Perry. We mentioned both these teams 4-2 in the standings. Stevenson and Warren sitting at 5-1 in a very strong Lakes division of the North Suburban League. A lot stronger now that Zion Benton got switched into this division. And Mundelein, of course, much stronger than they were last year.
And Zion Benton coming this to the Lakes open up the prairie for like the likes of North Chicago and Vernon Hills and so forth.
And good look at Andy Rochon. Again, the point guard coming up with a big rebound inside. Number 5, a junior. He started, Perry, for Dick Canara as a freshman last year. Separated his shoulder, came back a little bit, separated again. Had to have 2 shoulder injuries, missed his entire sophomore year. One of the reasons that they really struggled last year, but he is back healthy again and a key part of the team. Good look at him right there, the junior point guard, Andy Rochon.
Mundelein trying to warm up from outside on the 3-point. They're 1 for 8, but the foul there, by the way, was on Stewart, the sophomore. He has 2, so he has been taken out of the lineup. And checking in is Jeremy Williams once again for the ZBs.
Comes the full court pressure from Mundelein, matching up out of it. Pat Barron, good defender at the point of it. Nice matchup right here. Williams against Barron.
Nice recognition down underneath. Williams can't finish the rebound. It doesn't go for Worthington. Finally, the tip is up and in for Zion Benton and Clinton Roby.
And that's the advantage as Andy Rochon comes right back and scores, but that's how Zion Benton won the first game, Perry. Just banging the offensive boards, using that rebounding advantage, something Mundelein will have to counter tonight.
Clinkscale able to get it over to Williams. Williams drives, shoots, not there. Fight for the rebound, and off a foot out of bounds. It will be Zion Benton basketball.
Love the way Mundelein uses that they score, we score philosophy. As soon as the ball goes in, they get it in and go. After the basket, back comes Andy Rochon before the defense can even get set. Nice little left-handed layup, strong by the junior.
Well, the ZBs are so hot in the first quarter. 60+%, 62%. Now they're 2 for 9 here in the second. But they've tied the game at 26.
Rodney Clinkscales with another basket.
Tough shot at going up is Gianaris. He had 4 points off the bench in the first quarter. So he'll go to the line.
Well, they were down 8-2 to start it off, but Mundelein hanging in. Good look at Anthony Gianaris, the junior. Outstanding football player, linebacker, safety, going to be a star on their football team. Hopes to play some college football down the road, but right now a very valuable basketball member. And a good look at the replay here. The last basket, Clinkscale, so smooth, Barry. Rodney Clinkscales, nice move to the bucket. His dad, Rodney Sr., played at North Chicago High School. No relation to the Clinkscales who plays for DePaul.
Well, one thing you always enjoy about the high school basketball and high school athletics in general is the kind of the family traditions, and the generation makes us feel old sometimes, but that's okay.
Not me. Speak for yourself.
I am.
Good look right there at the great fan base. Dick Canara and his ball club have really got the town of Mundelein excited about basketball, and you can see the crowd turning out here on a Friday night.
They try to catch him on the inbound, just too low, deep underneath. Tough shot, and count it. Big Sanjan.
He is having a big game, Eric Pasangjan. Instant offense off the bench, taking the ball right to the hoop. That's Mundelein's philosophy. Shoot the 3 or go to the hoop. Great use, and you saw on the replay there from our Comcast camera crew, great use, Perry, of the change of pace, the hesitation dribble, and a good look, Eric. The junior, not real big, but not afraid to take it into the paint.
Now trying to complete the 3-point play, 75% free throw shooter. And now they're...
nobody went for the rebound for Zion.
1 for 5 from the line, and now there's a tie-up. I believe possession arrow this time is in favor of Zion Benton.
So referee Mark Leffler get in there. There's a good look at Dick Knar again in his third year. What a job he did at Northridge Prep. Started back there in 1997. They hadn't, I think they won one conference game in 4 years. And in the years he was there, 3 regional championships, couple conference championships, 3 times Coach of the Year in the Chicagoland Prep Conference.
They got a good look there at number 44 for Zion coming in, the sophomore, Marcus Yarborough. You mentioned Zion Benton, a pretty young club, but a nice mixture. And there's Yarborough right away. Nice spin move in the block.
Yeah, he played for him a lot last year as a freshman and getting some playing time as a sophomore. Not bad to bring him off the bench. 6'6", big kid in the middle. Yeah, nice soft touch.
Scores right away.
Mantia's been quiet. Going to need to get some scoring out of Rafi.
Singh has it swiped away by Quintrell Love. Love not there. And the bucket on the follow by Travis Worthington and 1.
Nicely done by the coach's son, Bobby Worthington, the assistant coach's son. Travis working hard on the boards, the senior. Watching the replay, nice move by Love. Not able to finish, but you love to see hustle plays like that. Worthington, the length of the putback and the free throws. There is another Worthington on the way, Perry. We hear he's a pretty good one. 8th grader Owen Worthington, another of Bobby's son. He is big, he is tall, he is talented, and he's coming to Zion Benton. There's a good look at Travis.
First free throw of the game for the ZBs. And here comes the rebound out to Roshan. Mantia, little move, back to Roshan. Now they reset the offense. Mantia slipped, lost the handle, out of bounds.
Well, they're defending him well, aren't they? That time Quintrell Love, they had Roby on him, but they're really doing a nice job so far on the all-around star Rafi Mantia. You see him coming out of the gun. He's going to stay in.
5th turnover of the ball game for the Mustangs.
One advantage Zion Benton does have, as you see Mundelein picking up a little bit with their full court pressure, is that inside game. They get the ball inside. Tough to defend for Mundelein. Nice post move.
Nice. And the tip. And a foul called as the ZBs were fighting for that offensive rebound. And the foul will be called on Lenzel Smith.
Well, he didn't get the ball to fall, but that's a pretty nice post move by Antonio Stewart. Caught the ball, gave a couple little up and under fakes, pivoted, drop step with the left foot, and did everything right but make the shot. Mundelein gets the ball, but nice move by Antonio in the paint. Again, a little different defensive philosophy. Zion going half court, Mundelein full court. Both teams playing man.
Singh dribbling down the lane.
Good no call.
And you see the jump ball. It will be Mundelein basketball.
Nice job of the big kid Yarborough holding his stead inside. Singh tried to draw the foul. Great no call by our officiating crew. If anything, it could have been a travel on Singh, but you're not going to make Yarborough move. He is a big kid, and he went straight up. That was the key.
And Mantia gets the screen off the inbound. Now Zion Benton resets their defense. Singh for 3. And the rebound knocked out of bounds, but it will be Mustang basketball.
Yeah, Quintel Love threw it off the Mundelein player. Only one problem, it bounced back on him. Good call by the officials. Boy, did you see Love get up in the air for that rebound? Wow. Lenzel Smith, freshman in the game. Zion going very young right now.
Zion only 4 for 15 from the field in this quarter. So they lead it by 2.
Star point guard has 2 fouls on the bench right now.
Mantia, a little bit short. Now on the break, here's Love. Mantia defensively, Love misses the follow. Doesn't go. And up and in by Yarborough, the sophomore.
And again, that's exactly what happened in game 1, Perry. The inside advantage. Yarborough getting it done. No foul.
And a block underneath, out of bounds. Mundelein basketball.
Mantia went strong to the basket. Chance to rest here, huh? Zion scores, and back comes Mundelein, attacking the basket.
There you see it.
Yep, getting careless with the basketball. You got to catch it. Again, this hurried, this quick style, a very good one, but you still got to make sure you catch the basketball. Not done that time. Turnover, both teams building up their turnover ratio, and I think both coaches know when you play up-tempo, you're going to have some turnovers. You try to limit them a little bit.
Mustangs on a dry spell of sort. They haven't scored in the last 2:30. And a 3 by Clinkscales.
Yeah, I don't know what his shooting percentage is right now, but it's pretty good. Clinkscales has not missed too many shots. Hot.
Back the other way. The three by Milner.
Gets Mundelein back within 4. They needed that one, the senior, Chris Milner.
Yarbrough spills to the floor. Here come the Mustangs on the break. And a rejection on the shot by Skinner. Mundelein basketball.
Senior Mike Skinner with the block. Watching the replay. It looks like it's going to be an easy layup. Nice jump stop. Takes his time. Mike Skinner. Hustle play down the court.
Now Clinkscale to that block. Now Mundelein will inbound it. Here's Rochon.
Nice rotation.
Another shot for 3. This time doesn't go for Milner, and here come the ZBs leading by 4.
Freshman. Left hand.
Oh,
wow.
Pretty shot taken there by Lenzel Smith.
Star of the future, plays for the Rising Stars AAUT, but he's a good one. He is a star, if not of the present, of the future. A freshman playing varsity ball. Great shot.
Nice position on the rebound by Worthington. Zion Benton continues to press it up quickly. Nice recognition down low. And staying with it is Davis. And now a travel is called.
Well, they're going to call the travel on Zion Benton off the tip. Dick Knar was off his seat calling for a travel that time. And
no, they count it.
All right, they're going to count the bucket. Builds the Zion Benton lead up to 39-31. You see Coach Knar is going to get an explanation. Let's watch on the replay. Clinkscales, inside feed. That was where he wanted the travel call, but I think a hand was on the ball. Obviously, if no Mundelein player touched it and he comes down with it, then it's travel. Coach Knar getting the explanation now. Jim Bernardi, the official, one of the best of the biz. Perry, an outstanding long-time IHSA ref.
The biggest lead of the game of 8 points, 39-31. Was 28-26. Mundelein a few moments ago. Now there you see the lower part of your screen, 41.3 seconds.
Mundelein had fun last week down at the United Center.
Yep.
Beat Wakanda, but what a thrill for the young kids to get to play on the home floor of the Chicago Bulls, and they played very well. Beat a good Wakanda team, 72-57.
13-5 run for Zion Benton the last 4:40.
Milner and Singh had 18 points each in that game.
Another tie-up. This time Zion Benton has possession of it. Only 2 points in the first half for Mantilla.
Not many free throws. Fast-moving first half.
Very fast.
Everything's fast. They even shoot free throws fast. Their out-of-bounds plays are fast. I feel like I'm watching a game on with the tape machine pressed on the fast forward. The freshman.
And there's a travel call.
A little bit out of control. Big turnover. Chance for Mundelein to get back into it. Now, do we dare even suggest that Coach Knar might play for one shot here? I mean, in 28 seconds, Perry, the way they're playing, they get like 4 more shots. Let's see what they do.
Well, they'll run their offense. Singh with it, high overhead, beyond the arc.
And it looks like they are going to play for one, maybe.
Well,
maybe
Singh
not.
takes it, and he draws the foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
Navraj Singh.
Nice article in the Daily Herald on Nav and his older brother, Inder Singh. And interesting, he played extensively, started 50 of 55 games over the last few years. Now limited playing time, but bears no ill will toward his younger brother, who is really starting to shine.
Yeah, Indir, the senior, and again, he starts as a sophomore, starts as a junior. This year, not only does he lose his starting job, he loses it to his brother.
Yeah,
that's kind of a tough thing, but the article brought up what great friends they are, and how Indir has supported not only him but the entire team, and still comes off the bench, provides valuable minutes, and you need that kind of leadership. There's a good look at his brother Nav, who has taken over the scoring leadership for Mundelein.
6 turnovers by both teams here. 5 seconds, and a tough shot from long range. Clinkscales.
He has been on fire here in the first half. The difference in the ball game period, the inside play for Zion and the shooting, the flat-out red-hot shooting of the junior Rodney Clinkscales, as Zion Benton has a 9-point lead.
Yeah, their biggest lead of the game. They take to the locker room, 42-33. Zion Benton on the road, leading the Mustangs of Mundelein. Eric Schmidt is standing by courtside.
Thanks, Barry. Coach, we knew this coming in, this was going to be a high-scoring game, but what do you do defensively at the half to make some changes?
Well, we got to stop penetration. They're getting way too much penetration, and they're getting easy baskets underneath. That's opening up their outside. In the last shot they just hit, that doesn't bother me as much as all the penetration they're getting, and that's just on communication.
Now, we talked a little bit before the game about the third quarter the last time you played this team. What do you talk about to ensure that doesn't happen again?
Well, we had our third quarter the last two quarters. We're giving up way too many points. We're on pace for 84 points. That just can't happen. Our defense has got to stiffen up, and that's our problem.
Thanks so much, Coach. Have a great second half. Perry, John, let's go back over to you.
All right, thanks very much. Thanks for the coach for stopping by. We are at halftime here in Mundelein, where Zion Benton, the ZBs on the road, have opened up a 9-point lead at the break.
You're watching the Comcast Network. Turn to us first.
Game very quick. Are you comfortable with that?
Well, we know that Mundelein likes to play fast, so we've prepared for it, and we're holding our own so far.
Now, Mantia's been very quiet for them. What have you been doing defensively to keep him out of the game?
Well, we're just working as hard as we can on him. He's a good offensive player, and he'll get his points. There's still a lot of basketball to be played. We have a lot of respect for Mundelein, and we know they're going to come out hard in the second half.
Thanks so much, Coach. You have a great second half. Perry, John, let's see some halftime stats.
Okay, there's kept our stat man extraordinaire, Susai Tommy Bonin, busy. There is the first half statistics. Not a lot of action for the free throw line. And the rebounds, 27-18, that's a huge factor and advantage for the ZBs.
And it was in the first game when Zion Benton won 88-75, and at least through the first half, that still continues to be their advantage. And considering the pace of the game, the shooting percentages, Perry, pretty darn good, especially for Zion Benton, almost at 50%.
69 shots taken in that first half, and points off the turnover, 8 for Mundelein and 4 for Zion Benton. Both teams with 6 turnovers in the first half. High scorers. Leading the way is Clinkscale for all scorers, 14 points of Zion Benton. And for Mundelein, their high score is Singh. He has 9 points. As the third quarter is ready to get underway, I'm Perry Williams, along with the coach John Cohn, Eric Smith with you. Great to have you with us here on Comcast. Our producer director tonight, Mr. Andy Ziokowski. And Tommy Bonin running the stats as the fans get settled after a very nice ceremony at halftime. The Mundelein inaugural class of the Basketball Hall of Fame. Several of the members introduced. They will be inducted at a big soiree and banquet tomorrow night in Mundelein.
Father-son combo of Denny Kessel and Kyle Kessel, and Sean Harlan, a great player here. Scorekeeper was a scorekeeper here for 40 years, still doing the game tonight.
Yep, he was
inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Quite a round of applause. And a foul right off the bat, off the missed shot.
They've only had 4 coaches here, Perry, in the history of Mundelein High School, starting with Dick Starkey back in 1961, and Denny Kessel coached for a while. Of course, Perry Wilhelm talked about him. So Dick Knar, in the fairly long history of Mundelein High School, only the 4th coach.
There's Singh with a nice turnover, driving.
Watching their sophomore team, he's going to stick around for a while, huh?
Yeah.
Nice win by the sophomores, 57-38. Mundelein defeated Zion Benton.
And the 7th turnover in the ball game, or 8 for Zion Benton.
Mundelein's got to whittle that lead down. 9 points, obviously plenty of time just to start the second half. You heard Dick Knar talk about a defensive concentration of taking away the dribble penetration for Zion Benton. We'll see how they adjust to that.
The open look for 3 by Roshan, and he drains it. That's one way to get back into it quickly.
Boy, he's a nice weapon to have. Point guard could take the ball to the hoop, and right there, first time all game, he's really shot the ball from the outside. Pretty sweet outside shot, nothing but net.
Yeah, leads his team now with 11 points. Little hesitation drive to the hoop. And battle for the loose ball. Finally, Mantia comes down with it. And here come the Mustangs on the break. Barron to the goal underneath. Singh! And finally, it's taken away there by Worthington under the hoop.
Good strong rebound by Travis, the senior, and Seward, who sat a good part of the second quarter with the 2 fouls. Don Cloth able to have the luxury of resting him while the bench did very well, but Seward a weapon, number 15, their starter. Nice kick out.
Rims out on that shot by Worthington. Mantilla has it. Go ahead.
Mantilla had 2 points in the first half. He had 22 last time these two teams played, so they've done a great defensive job on Rafi.
A crossover dribble and shot taken there by Milner, no good, and the rebound to Zion Benton as they lead it by 6. As Coach Cloth said, a lot of basketball yet to play, and what a nice release shot by Davis.
Boy, and that's a kid they didn't think they'd have on the team this year, Perry. What a pleasant surprise. Again, sat out his junior year. Terrence Davis came back this year. There's Rafi Mantilla. He needed that one, Perry, to get him going a little bit.
Makes it a 5-point lead for Zion Benton. And now the rebound to Singh and the Mustangs.
That's the one thing about this tempo of the game, a 9-point lead, really not much in a slower pace game. A 9-point lead, pretty huge, but in a game like this, it's equivalent really to a 3-4-point lead in a slower pace game, and you can see Mundelein already, with just a few minutes gone, have knocked the lead down to 5, and Nav Singh can get it down to 3 if he hits both these free throws.
Follows on Roby, his second. Singh misses the first. Mundelein 4-12 now from 3-point range. But he hits the second. Now quickly they've cut that 9-point deficit down to just 4.
Let's see how Zion bonds again. The full court man-to-man pressure. We've seen no zone so far. Both teams straight man.
And a nice turnaround jumper by Davis.
Oh,
Davis
wow.
now with 14.
Boy, is he a tough player. Sweet inside shot right there. We mentioned MVP of the Luther North tournament. They took second place in that tournament, lost to Mount Carmel. Holiday tournament, 60-58. But Terrence Davis was the MVP of the tournament. He was the leading scorer on their sophomore team, but got injured his junior year. Good look at Terrence right there. You think maybe this is a little bit out of his range, but no. Nothing but net.
And what he does is get rid of the ball so quickly. A nice release.
Yeah, and a quick jump off the floor. Very explosive for a big kid. Good shot blocker in the inside, too.
Nice save by Singh. To Mantilla, who will fire it up, and not good that time. And Worthington on the break. Has a man down court. And finishing is Roby.
Rebound and an assist for Worthington. He's like the guy who settles the team down, doesn't he? Everybody else playing in a quick place. Travis is like, just takes his time, plays very effectively, gets the quiet rebounds inside, made a great assist that time.
And again running the floor is Worthington, and a timeout taken by Mundelein. They made the run, but quickly the ZBs have answered and have opened up the lead back to 10.
Had the lead down to 4 points, back up to 10. Travis Worthington getting it done on one end, then running the fast break and receiving the pass on the other end. That's nicely done. Good team balance as Don Cloth huddles up his Zion Benton troops. We should remind everybody, we will have our Comcast player of the game post-game, as we always do, Perry.
A 6-0 run on 3 straight baskets. Let's take another look at it.
Well, there's Travis Worthington on the pass. Nice little flick of the wrist, and there's the finish.
And here's a one by Worthington.
That's not bad, huh? You get the rebound and make the pass for a beautiful assist, and then about 15 seconds later, you're running the floor, getting a pass from your teammate with a nice soft layup. I like the style of Travis Worthington.
You saw the award-winning ZB cheerleader squad. There they are again, and some of the award-winning members of the Mundelein band. And there's the cheering section tonight. And boy, were they ready for the Comcast crew. Went to their website several times this week, and they knew Comcast was coming.
I don't know if they're award-winning yet, Perry, but it's a matter of time. Great crowd here, and like we talked about, Dick Knar, and particularly this year's Mundelein team has brought some basketball excitement back to the town of Mundelein today. They got a great sophomore team, good 8th grade group, good 7th grade group in the feeder program. I think Coach Knar said their 7th graders 17-1. 8th graders very good, 6'5" kid in the feeder team. So bright future for Mundelein basketball.
2 for 8 from the field here in this quarter. Nice recognition back. Stewart now inside the little catch again. This time doesn't go, and Worthington over the back of Mantilla.
Good strategy by Zion Benton, though. The guards, Seward and Clinkscale's not just jacking up shots, but they're trying to take advantage of their advantage, and that's height inside, and they're doing a nice job of feeding the post, particularly Terrence Davis. Good pass by Milner.
And a tip by Mantilla.
Way to crash the boards on the weak side. The future Yale signee, Rafi Mantilla, weak side rebound. Be playing his college ball at Yale. Number 1 in his class. ACT a 34 for Rappi.
I took it a few times, and I think I got 34 cumulatively.
Yes, combined.
Back at the other end, and they wipe it off. Traveling is called.
Coach Knar looking for a foul call. He wanted the basket and a free throw, but no. They had the travel maybe before the contact. As we see Andy Rashan there, the junior point guard. Let's watch the replay, see if we can catch a little bit out of control. I don't know. He did a nice job of throwing that ball up at the end. Amazingly, it went in. Wow. Like him a lot. Only a junior, Andy Rashan.
Coming on, 3 minutes remaining in the quarter. Long range shot taken there. Mundelein doing a much better job here in the third quarter on the defensive glass.
Yeah, particularly on clink scales too, getting some shooter D on him.
Tough shot for 3.
That guy's instant offense on the bench, Eric Paxanian. I think he's been in the game for 8 seconds and he hits that first three-pointer. Does not take long for him to warm up. What do they used to call Vinnie Johnson of the Pistons? Microwave, right? Heats up early. That's Eric
Paxanian, and from the corner, he has 7 in the ballgame.
He's getting some nice offense. Both these teams really getting good contribute both offensively and defensively from their bench players. And when you play at the pace these two teams play, you need guys to come in off the bench. We got a lot of them now, including Lenzel Smith, the freshman, with the ball. What a pass.
And once again, as Zion Benton now 5-11 for the quarter, 4 for 11 from the field for the Mustangs. Catch and release for 3, and they fight for the loose ball. The rebound opportunity again for Paxanian. That time doesn't go. Another opportunity for the Mustangs. Mantilla, and he dribbled on the line as he was double teamed down low.
Zion Benton's got their bench in now. Antonio Stewart, he played a solid first half. Seward still in the ball game. The freshman Lenzel Smith. Sophomore Quintrell Love, a real young lineup on the floor right now for Zion Benton.
Ninth turnover of the ball game, and a foul is called. Stewart is starting to make his move.
You got a freshman, 3 sophomores, and then the senior Terrence Davis on the floor right now. We saw the Zion Benton sophomore team struggle a little bit, but you got to remember so many youngsters up. Yeah. So that's still a strong class for Zion Benton.
Stewart will inbound it for the ZBs. Able to get an inbounds to Davis. Now back at the top of the key. They rotate it to the far corner, into the lane. Short jumper doesn't fall for Quintrell Love, the sophomore, but he was fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot 2.
But again, good patience by Zion. Well coached, attacking to their advantage. Ronald Seward had a shot off the out-of-bounds play in the corner. He passed up the shot to pass to his teammate inside, and Quintrell Love going to get some free throws thereof.
Makes the first. Checking in the lineup is Marcus Yarborough.
His father played some college basketball at Ohio State, played at North Chicago. Yelbert Yarborough. Great basketball family there. Marcus only a sophomore.
On the break, 2-point shot. Paxanian makes another one. He now has 9 in the ball game. A 7-point lead for the ZBs.
ZBs might want to account for number 3. He is really putting it up that time. Uncontested outside shot. Got to find him and find him quick. Good help side defense by Singh on the lob.
Paxanian. Nice spin move and pass dish out. Back the other way. The shot for 3.
Got it.
It goes for Barron.
Got it off the pass from Mike Skinner. Nicely done. Pat Barron missed his last couple shots, not that time. Mundelein right back in the ballgame, Perry.
Back to within 4. Tough shot, still doesn't go, staying with it. Up and in, that offensive rebound, and Yarborough is able to finish.
2-3 shots, maybe on the 4th. Marcus Yarborough, the 6'6" kid, on the weak side, getting the putback basket against Zion, just attacking the glass, watching the replay. The freshman, not quite there. Second shot, but they stay with it. Third shot, and now watch Yarborough on the weak side. Strong enough to put the ball in. Nice job by Zion Benton on the glass. Mundelein's got to box out.
And they got the turnover, too. And they have the ball back, lead it by 6. Trying that inside move. Yarborough has it knocked out of bounds by Singh.
Yep. Last time they played, 9.6 rebounds for Marcus Yarborough, so he was a factor in the last game. He started a little bit early in the season. Now he's coming off the bench, the big kid, the sophomore. Played some as a freshman last year.
Inside a minute now in the quarter. And a foul underneath, and it'll go against the Zeebies.
Yep, think they're going to get Antonio Stewart possibly off over the back. Chris Milner going to check in. Don Cloth knows that the 6-point lead not very safe here. Mundelein can make that disappear in a hurry. Pat Barron.
Barron for three, and he cuts that 6-point deficit in half.
They just got licensed to shoot, Perry. I mean, they just take any open three-pointer. Pat Barron, 2 in a row to bring the lead down to 3. You get the feeling Mundelein's starting to play their style of game here.
Tough shot by Yarborough, but on the offensive glass again for Zion Benton. A long-range shot. That time doesn't fall, and here comes Mundelein with a chance to tie with a 3. Singh will fire it. Rebound taken by Stewart.
That would have got the crowd going. That would have tied the ball game up just off the mark. Good shot, though. Good open look by Nav Singh.
A floater down the lane doesn't go. Final seconds of the quarter. Getting off the shot, and that does not go. But what a quarter. It was a 9-point lead for Zion Benton at halftime. It's now down to 3 as we get ready for fourth quarter action on your Comcast High School Game of the Week. It's Zion Benton, 56. Mundelein, 53. And what a game we have going.
Yeah, it is fast-paced, Perry, in the gears. We've been doing the games. This might be the quickest from start to finish. I mean, it started at that pace right from the get-go, and it is not finished up. It's really quick and certainly, hopefully, fun to watch for our viewers.
Let's go over to Eric Schmidt.
Thanks, guys. We did find a couple of these Hall of Famers that we talked about a little earlier, Dennis and Kyle Kessel. Dennis, a former coach here. Kyle, player. Kyle, the all-time leading scorer and assists. How are you able to blend the shooting and the passing?
Well, when you run and gun like these guys do, we were scoring about 80, 90 a game, so the ball was usually in my hand, so I was either going to shoot it or pass it. So.
Now, Dennis, such a long history here at Mundelein High School, such a proud history. What's it like to be a part of that here and be honored tonight?
Well, I'm very honored. We had, obviously, as we've seen the support here tonight. That was the thing I missed the most, is the fan support, the kids get behind the team. I love this up-tempo game, and I'm really glad Coach Kennard did a great job of staying with these kids, and he's got them playing pretty good basketball. They're going to come back here in the fourth quarter.
Now, when Kyle came here as a freshman, would you have ever envisioned that he could have been the leading scorer at this school?
Well, actually, I did. I said he had that kind of mentality that I knew that he was going to be a pretty good player. Yes, I did.
Now, that's honesty. Now, Kyle, one last question for you. I know you went to Texas A&M to play some basketball. Then you turned your career around, played some baseball. Talk a little bit about that decision.
It was just one of those things. I was doing basketball and baseball at the same time, and I just felt like I had a better future in baseball being a left-handed pitcher, and I did that for a while until got hurt, and that was it. So, but yeah, it was for a couple years there. It was a lot of traveling, but it was a lot of fun. So I don't regret any of it.
Thanks so much, fellas. There's a great game going on. We're going to get back to the action. Fellas, back to you.
All right, thanks very much. It's a 5-point lead now for Zion Benton. Mantilla with a rebound. Pace is strong, and he'll go line to shoot 2. Third quarter shooting percentages, 41% for Mundelein to get back in it. And Zion Benton cooled off a bit at 25%. Let's take another look at this last Zion Benton basket, that by Worthington.
Another inside basket advantage, Zion Benton. And what a job Denny Kessel and Kyle Kessel have done. Even after Denny stopped coaching at Mundelein, Perry, he has formed a club basketball program in the area. And there are so many young ladies and young guys that have developed under the Kyle training system, both baseball and basketball. A lot of players out here tonight probably in that club program and trained by Denny Kessel. I know Kyle now helping to take over that program too. They've done a tremendous job. And good look at Rafi Mantilla right there.
Makes it a 4-point game again.
He had the 34 ACT. By the way, he's also the editor of the student newspaper. Does community service straight. I think the lowest grade he's ever gotten, an A-. It's not bad.
I don't know what happened there.
And he's headed to Yale, and he will play some college basketball at Yale. 4-point lead, and Mundelein really picked up the tempo there in the third quarter. Well, I guess you can't say that because the tempo was already pretty fast, but they started to get the game coming their way a little bit.
Off the inbound, shot doesn't go, tipped back out, tracked down there. by Davis, and here come the Zeebies with it.
Got to watch the fouls now. Milner getting a little close.
16 fouls on Mundelein here. Next one puts them in the bonus.
They defended Clinkscales much better here in the second half, haven't they?
There's that catch and release. It's almost like that fishing tournament, catch and release. But Davis does it so well. He now has 18 points.
It's become a style game here with Mundelein shooting the three-pointers and Zion Benton shooting the ball inside. It's the inside attack of Zion Benton against the outside three-point fast-paced attack of Mundelein. You saw the timeout call there by Dick Knar and company.
A 30-second timeout taken. Folks, be sure to enter the Comcast Network Chicago Wolves giveaway for your chance to win 4 front-row tickets to the Chicago Wolves home game at the Allstate Arena. Simply visit our website at ComcastNetwork.tv and find the Comcast Network program that contains this hidden hockey puck. Then click over the contest portion of the website and enter the correct answer in our Comcast Network Chicago Wolves giveaway. Must be 13 years of age or older to enter. Some additional rules and restrictions to apply. Don't forget that's ComcastNetwork.tv for your chance to win, and good luck.
Zion Benton's got a big game tomorrow night, too. How's that for back-to-back? Mundelein on Friday night and then Warren on Saturday night. Big game. Watching the replay. That's what Zion has been doing. It can be Worthington. It can be Davis. A number of players on the inside. Marcus Yarborough, but they have been scoring. Not at will. Mundelein's playing tough defense, but clearly the inside attack for Zion is where they have the advantage.
They get it into Barron. Backed into the corner now to Roshan.
Of course, if you're Mundelein, we 3, they score 2. You're going to catch up, huh?
Yep. Only down by 6 in a lot of time. They went backdoor. Cutter to Roshan. Can't finish. Tapped out and chases on. Tracked down there instead by Milner. Nice hustle.
Looks like the middle part of that floor getting a little bit slippery. Pat Barron slipped a little bit earlier. Nice hustle, though, by Milner.
Roshan for 3. Singh with the offensive rebound, and it's knocked away, but a foul is called on Zion Benton underneath.
Dick Knar developed that fast-paced style when he coached at Northridge Prep, and what a job he did there. We talked about his turning around the program where they never won a conference game before they come here. Before he came to Northridge Prep, they won a couple of conference championships.
Mantilla, the miss, Clinkscale, the rebound. Boy, they kind of are living and dying right now by those three-point buckets.
Yeah, like you said, 6 minutes, plenty of time. 6-point lead, not much, especially with the style of game we're watching.
Yep, get a couple quick threes, and there's Worthington showing good hustle. But they call a violation.
He's the quiet star of the team, isn't he? I like the way Travis Worthington works. Don Cloth not liking the call, but the more you watch number 23, the more you like it.
St. is back in. On the line, 0 for 5 from the field in this quarter. Singh, got it. That's a 3, and they're within 3 yet again.
Right off the make, they're into their man-to-man pressure. Pat Barron, Zion has handled the pressure, not nearly as many turnovers as they had in the first half. Nice job by the ZBs handling the ball. Don Cloth going to call a 30-second timeout. Don Cloth.
Timeout taken. It's a 3-point lead for Zion Benton. Folks, we'd like to remind our teen viewers and their parents know that Comcast will soon be hosting an important teen reality check town meeting. This lively interactive forum will provide an opportunity for some 200 students from 5 area school districts to discuss the lures, dangers, and consequences of drug and alcohol abuse. As we prepare for the program, we're taking an advanced reality check to learn what most concerns teens and their parents. Check out our blog at ComcastNetwork.tv. To get there, click on the reality check banner on the homepage. Your input will be helpful as we prepare for a positive and meaningful program experience. So make sure you participate. Very important program right here, as always, on Comcast. Here's Singh's last 3-pointers.
Off the kick out by Pasanjan, and Singh drills the 3, gets the lead within 3 points. Mundelein now trying for a defensive stop. Let's see what Zion set up during that 30-second timeout.
Yeah, they go into Worthington, and a foul is called as he took it up strong. He had Singh on one side, Mantilla on the other. And they call a foul on Singh underneath.
And again, the post players doing a nice job, Perry, but the guards get a lot of credit, too. They're getting the right angles on their entry passes and passing up sometimes some open shots to get the ball inside to guys like this, Travis Worthington, who certainly is a contender anyways for our Comcast player of the game. 6'2" senior.
Yep, he now has 10 points. There we see on the other side of the basket, the award-winning Mundelein cheerleading squad. They were entered in the and competed in the Elk Grove cheerleading competition recently. And first scores came in, final scores, they were 6. They rechecked them, and they ended up winning it. So it's always good to do the math a couple of times.
Coach Mike Babin comes over and wants to check the scores. Maybe he thinks they finished 5th, maybe 4th. It ends out they took 1st. Nice job to check the scores.
And it was knocked out of bounds off the support system, out of bounds. And it will be Mundelein basketball.
All right, let's see what they run out of bounds here. Zion Benton. A lot of teams go 2-3 zone in the out of bounds play, but Zion looks like they're staying in the man-to-man.
Mantia for 3. Got it. Ties the game. Or back to within 2, we should say. Well, congratulations to finish that story to the Mundelein cheerleading squad, winning the Elk Grove Cheerleading Invitational.
That's a great tournament they have out there, too.
Now Mundelein can take the lead with a 3.
Barron thought about it.
Looking to the cutter, down the lane. And they wave it off. A foul just when he started the move.
Well, he's tough, isn't he? Nice little backdoor cut that time, passing up the three-pointer, going to the hoop. Watch Mundelein, Ryan, some nice offense. Oh, this is the out-of-bounds play. Wasn't very complicated. Mantia drops about 2 steps to his left, gets the ball, delivers the three-pointer. I could draw that one up on my blackboard, pair.
No, that's why you are the coach.
Well, keep it simple. Three-pointer.
Now let's see what they do on this inbound.
Foul situation right now, 7 on Mundelein, 6 on Zion Benton. So we're in the bonus both ways. Free throw shooting, not fouling, going to be a key here down the stretch. 4:29 left.
Skinner for 3.
Wow.
Mundelein has taken the lead. 4:22 remaining in regulation time.
And that gets the Sea of Red going over on the Mundelein sidelines, and that really energizes your defense too. You hit a couple of three-pointers. A lot easier to play defense. Roshan applying the pressure.
Knocked out of bounds.
You can feel Zion Benton, Perry. They've done very well. They're handling it, but you can feel them wearing down maybe just a little bit against this Mundelein pressure, and you get hot from three-point land. You see Mike Skinner on the replay right there. Sweet shot.
Clink Scales with it. He will fire for 3. Yep. Get the front of the rim, but the rebound up and in. +1 as Antonio Stewart, the junior.
Love the way he works inside. He's done a great job off of Zion Benton. Here we go, 3 for Mundelein, and back comes Zion doing what they do best on the inside game. Great look again from our award-winning Comcast camera crew. Good look from the end zone. Antonio Stewart just working for position. Only a junior, boy, they're going to be tough next year, aren't they?
Yep.
A lot of young kids coming back for the Zeebies.
Scrabble for the loose ball, a tie-up. And it's Mundelein basketball.
2 point guards going after the ball. Ron Seward coming up with an injured nose. And Andy Rashan, both great hustle plays.
Mundelein has improved their three-point shooting. They're now up to 42%. 9 of 21 from that beyond the stripe.
That may be the difference as this game comes down to a stretch, Barry. 2 even teams. We may be in the Super Bonus at some point, but free throw shooting could be key.
Milner checks back in for Mundelein. Mantia.
Now it's Zion that needs a defensive stop. You got to play the perimeter because they can shoot so well.
Milner in the lane. Short on the jumper, knocked out of bounds. Mustangs have it. They're 3 for 5 from beyond the stripe.
Both these teams tough to defend, Perry, because of their balanced scoring, too. It's not just one guy on either one of these teams that's going to average 18, 20 points a game. A lot of scoring threats. In fact, Zion Benton, every one of their starters has led the team in scoring at least 2 times. That's solid balance.
And they're just urging.
He's reminding Chris Milner.
Yep. Both players to give the little space on the inbound.
All right, better be ready, Zion Benton, because they will shoot the 3 off this out-of-bounds play. We saw that the last time. Pat Barron spotted up on the weak side.
And there's Mantia.
Ran the same play.
Back the other way to the shooter, and hitting it is Milner, the 3.
Rotated the ball right to the weak side. Loose ball, anybody's basketball.
And it will be Zion Benton basketball, a 2-point lead for the Mustangs.
That's the way to run your out-of-bounds play, huh? Great rotation. Milner came over from the weak side, got the pass, catch, and shoot. Think they do a little bit of that at practice?
Absolutely. 4 3-pointers in a row. Still Zion Benton basketball, 3:27 remaining.
Yeah, the Mustangs have been energized. You hit a couple of shots like that, it really helps. Guys on the bench, the crowd in the game. Coach Knar, a very emotional coach, and the team feeds off of his emotion. And I think the referee came over to Coach Knar and just said, have a seat for a sec. Catch your breath. He'll be up in about 15 seconds. He was a excellent player at UIC, back in the UIC Basketball Hall of Fame.
Tough shot by Stewart.
First basket for the high-scoring sophomore. Mundelein's done a nice job of defending him, but that was tough, as you said, Perry. Big 2 points.
Mundelein had been on a 12-4 run. And it will be Zion basketball with 3:01 left. Singh back in the lineup for the Mustangs.
Yep. Zion Benton's got to keep their composure. Watch Seward, the sophomore, with the pull-up jumper, strong on the inside. Again, he started last year as a freshman. That's rare at point guard to start. Don Cloth allowing him to do that, and had some great experience. Again, compared him a little bit to Andre White. Great player, now playing at UAB, by the way.
Singh with the rebound. And out of bounds, it will be Mundelein basketball.
I'm just wondering if it comes down to it. Do you think Coach Knar and the Mustangs, do they have a delay game?
I don't think either team does.
Zion might. I don't know if Mundelein even practices a delay game. It'll throw them off. I don't think the play for one shot late in the game is going to work. I think you just do your stuff. It's working pretty well. 15-4 in the season.
Mantilla baseline. A little short on that jumper. Got his own rebound. Underneath. Up and in. Up by 2.
And that's a big improvement in Rafi Mantilla's game. Last year, more of a shooter. Now he's a scorer, and you saw him take the ball to the hoop. Mundelein with the advantage. Zion timeout. Mantilla, by the way, came up hurting after that play, his right arm.
Another 30-second timeout. You know, they've really done a nice job off those inbound passes. That's been key.
Yep. Scored a couple of three-pointers that time. Mantilla on the foul. He's going to come out of the game, though. Trainer will see if he's okay. Mike Skinner checking in for Rafi.
Folks, make sure you join us next week. Our game of the week takes you to South Holland as the Thornwood Thunderbirds host the Blazing Trojans of Bloom Township. Tune in at 4 o'clock p.m. on Saturday, January 27th for this boys battle in the SICA East Conference. For channel location in your area, visit our website at ComcastNetwork.tv. What a game that will be, Bloom and Thornwood.
And we're going to have some great high school games all season long. Some great crowds like we're seeing here at Mundelein tonight, each and every week. And, of course, we'll head right into the girls' basketball state tournament later on. And then, of course, finish it with the boys' sectional games and super sectionals. A lot of fun. This is the time of year for the high school basketball fan, Perry.
Absolutely, throughout the entire state. What a tough shot, and doesn't fall that time.
Big rebound
for Davis, and a rebound by Singh.
Big rebound by Naf Singh on the inside. He's been quiet offensively here in the second half, a little bit. But a big rebound.
Mustangs trail by 9 at halftime, now lead it by 2 with 2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Spread the floor. Seward doing a nice job now at defending Pensanjan, who they really didn't account for earlier on, but now they're keeping an eye on number 3. Little motion sets, a move here by Mundelein.
Well, you talked about a delay game, and this is a good patient offensive attack.
Yep. Nice little spread game here. Zion Benton defending very well, taking away the backdoor cuts, looking to get a turnover. Mundelein's got to really hang on to the ball here. Minute 32. Might want to use a timeout if you don't get a shot.
And the turnover, but back it goes to Singh and the Mustangs.
Coach Knar yelling for the team to settle down. You want to make sure you get a great shot. Zion, look at a double team.
And there's the steal, and ahead. The dish off, and we're tied as Roby finishes with the trailer basket, and a whistle on the floor. A timeout is called. Timeout, Mundelein.
Great pass by Seward, 2 off the fast break. Little 2-on-1. They got the steal. Transition basket for Zion Benton. Watching the replay, there it is. Worthington, the big kid, came up with the steal, Perry, and there's the pass by Seward and the finish by number 21 for the ZBs inside. Clinton Roby, their defensive specialist. What a ball game we have had. 68, minute 8 left. Now, I asked a question earlier. Common coaching strategy right now calls for you to maybe play for one shot. But I don't know. Minute 8 left. I don't know if that's in Mundelein's philosophy. We'll find out.
Well, that's the award-winning cheer squad we talked about moments ago, and the pep band. And folks, we urge you to check in each and every week to join us for Sports Weekly. We start with Prep Sports highlights, interviews with coaches, players, and fans, and we have a host with a passion for local sports, and all put in the blender at Sports Weekly comes to life. Get Sports Weekly Wednesday through Friday at 6:30. For more information, go to ComcastNetwork.tv. Games featured on the next Sports Weekly include highlights of this game, plus the Maine South and Maine West girls face off in its Plains, plus a West Suburban Silver Boys matchup in Hillside as Hinsdale Central visits Proviso West. All that and a lot more, including news and notes on Sports Weekly. Mundelein trailed by 9 at halftime, by 5 after 3.
Zion Benton's got 6 fouls on him, so the next one is bonus.
Oh, and the bucket by Milner, and they lead it again by 2.
Yeah, they cleared out one side, and Chris Milner just took the ball strong to the hoop. Huge basket by the senior, number 32, Don Cloth, going to call timeout. What a second half for Mundelein.
A full timeout taken by Zion Benton.
Boy, I'll tell you, they wear you down. Huh? Fun to watch. Watch, here's the clear out. No help side defense. There goes Milner. Didn't use the left hand. He'll lose bonus points for that, but you know what? In that situation as a coach, doesn't matter if you use left hand or right hand. You're as a coach, you're telling the kid, make the basket. And that's exactly what Chris Milner did.
There you see the upcoming schedule for Mundelein, and they have the game against Lake Forest, and then Warren Township. That's the big one, and rematch with Stevenson. So what a talented.
Well, the Warren game is particularly big because they're the only team to beat Warren so far in conference, 54-49. That was a huge win for Mundelein, and you know Warren is going to be out for revenge. So Jan 27th, if you're a high school hoops fan up in the northern suburbs, that would be a good game to watch. Warren, as always, a tremendous ball club coached by Chuck Ramsey.
Mundelein shooting 42% for the game, 39% for Zion Benton. And you saw that game they'll be playing at Loyola. There's the reset, 46.5 seconds, a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. They trailed most of the ball game until here in the fourth quarter, a big run.
You would think Zion Benton wants to go inside, and if you're Mundelein, the one thing you don't want to do is foul an inside player and let him shoot a free throw. Worst you can do if they score 2 is have the ball with the shot to win.
Here's Davis.
Oh!
Mantia with the block. Davis gets it back. Sing and knocked away, and a foul is called with 28.7 seconds.
Well, in a game of offense, Perry Williams, Rafi Mantia came up so far with the play of the game, and it was on defense, a block shot on Terrence Davis, the MVP for Zion Benton. Great block. Watching the replay, Mantia. Oh, perfectly timed. And now there's the foul call, but what a great block by Rafi.
A 1-and-1 situation for Andy Rochon.
Boy,
he's a good free throw shooter, 90% from the line this year, but not that time. And Zion Benton will get the basketball back underneath with 26 seconds.
Big free throw miss. We said this game could come down to free throws. Mundelein picks up the pressure.
Mustangs want to work in that foul, shooting at 4-11 from the line. And another timeout taken with 20 seconds and some change remaining.
And Rodney Clinkscales, their leading scorer in the first half, really has been shut down.
Yep.
Great defense on him. Part of it, of course, their strategy to go inside. Good look at Bobby Worthington, the assistant coach. Scott Peckler, their outstanding sophomore coach.
There's the Zion Benton schedule, and we talked about that big game with Warren Township out of Gurney and Libertyville. Get to come, and then they finish with those road games. Lake Forest, Lake Zurich, a team they've defeated. Then, of course, the always mighty Deerfield Warriors.
Your alma mater, they got a strong team this year under Crab Samawas. The Red Sea looking to storm the court here if they could pull off the big victory over Zion Benton. What a conference we talked about in the first half, but how much stronger now is the Lakes division of the North Suburban Conference. 1, you got Zion Benton switching over, and 2, Mundelein, which the last couple years has been down, but this year they're very, very strong. You already got Lake Zurich, much improved Lake Forest, and Libertyville. That is a solid 7-team conference. Really not an off night in the whole bunch. And Zion Benton has been, I don't know, say criticized, but people sometimes have talked about their schedule not strong enough in the past. No more.
Nope.
15 seconds.
Here's Clinkscale down the lane. The pull-up jumper. Got it. Got the roll.
No timeout.
Roshan. DeSing. Dribbles. Stolen by Zion Benton. Worthington ahead. At the buzzer. No. They wave it off. We have overtime.
Wow. Zion Benton had the fast break. 2 seconds left, Perry. I think it's a correct call by the officials. Zion Benton misses a layup at the buzzer after Mundelein had a really poor possession the time before. I mean, that ball hung on the rim. We'll get a look on the replay, but Zion got the steal. A poor possession by Mundelein, but they're going to get a chance at overtime. Watch the penetration. This is the tying basket right here.
Yep.
Soft touch by Clinkscale.
There's
No timeout.
They had 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good strategy. But now Roshan gets out of control. Singh looking for the foul call. Worthington loses the handle, and Seward just put it up there too hard. Terrence Davis had the follow, might have got fouled, but the referees right on it. They've done a great job today, and they correctly ruled the clock had run out.
Some of the award-winning fans from Zion Benton making the crew, and there you see some of the student body and cheerleaders and so forth.
This is a game where as a spectator you get worn out. I mean, you're sitting watching a game for an hour and a half, 2 hours, but you're tired at the end of it just watching these guys go at the pace they are. If you're Mundelein, you realize you just got away with one because Zion Benton basically
had a
layup to win the game.
Now they got to switch places in the jump circle. 4 minutes in the overtime session. Everyone's getting squared away now.
Yep. Zion Benton lost a tough double overtime to Stevenson. That one hurt.
And this time they control the tap to Stewart. He will take that pull-up jumper. Not there that time. They battle for the rebound. Worthington in heavy traffic and still cannot get it. Mantilla covers up.
Played a heck of a second half, hadn't he, Rafi Mantilla? Had the big block earlier. Had a couple of big, strong rebounds inside. A rip that time in traffic.
11 points in that second half.
Yeah, hit some big three-pointers.
And that big block defensively.
Milner had a big shot early.
Yep.
Zion Benton, you talk about that offense. They are underrated. They really play some solid defense. Well coached defensively in their man-to-man.
Milner will take the 3 long. The ZBs come down with it, and Roby. Now Stewart will run the offense for Coach Cloth and Zion Benton.
Matchup of point guard. It's been a good one.
Woo! We haven't seen many threes from Zion Benton tonight. That is one by Roby, and it is a huge one.
Surprised he even took the shot. Averages 5 points. Defensive specialist. Roby makes the big shot. Then they turn it away.
And they will get the ball under the bucket.
Coach Dick Kennard and Nav Singh looking for the foul call. Here's the biggest shot of the game so far. Chad Roby, defensive specialist, high arcing shot. Doesn't even touch the rim. Big three-pointer. Again, he's averaging 5 a game. Not a big offensive threat, but Chad drains it right there. Huge.
Well, Clint Roby with that shot. Now it's a 3-point lead. And Zion Benton in overtime.
Pasanjian in the game. Guarding the ball, matching up in their man-to-man as Mundelein's done all game.
Off the glass, tough shot, fighting for the rebound, and over the back. Back to the other end, free throw opportunities for Mundelein.
Can't argue with the effort. Antonio Stewart going after the ball, quick hops inside, just went over the back a little bit too much, and free throw shooting once again. Mundelein missed a couple of big ones down the stretch.
Yeah, they had a lot of turnovers the last couple of minutes. They're only 4 for 11 from the line, 1-on-1 for Singh right now. And he missed that front end.
Big misses. Gotta hit your free throws. They're usually pretty good free throw shooting team too.
2 players for Zion Benton fighting for the same rebound. But it's Barron who comes out with it. Takes a shot. Mantilla skying in for the rebound, and he is fouled. And back to the line for the 1-on-1.
They could almost call that intentional, but what a rebound by Rafi Mantilla. He's really hit the glass on both sides. Watching the replay, Barron, he's got great form on his three-point shot. And there's Mantilla. Yeah, that could have been called intentional. Nice sportsmanship between the two players.
Yeah, they're kind of laughing about it.
Yeah. Great respect between these two teams. Kind of a, would you call this an emerging rivalry between Mundelein and Zion Benton?
Could be. I think, you look at that conference we talked about, you can almost have a rivalry almost any way you cut it. Certainly Stevenson and Warren had one going, but Libertyville a couple years ago had that talented crew. And in football, of course, Libertyville, Stevenson, and Warren.
Of course, Zion Benton played in that Prairie division for a long, long time, and now they've switched, so some new rivalries being born there, and Mantilla does not get the second effect.
But they fight for the rebound, but it's Zion Benton comes up with it, and tipping it to himself, it's Stewart.
Oh, they're really getting after the ball. Great hustle.
Worthington, the layup, the lead now, 75-71.
Rocket Gibraltar on the inside. Travis Worthington on the finish.
Tough move down the lane. Mantilla with it. Still has it. They fight for the loose ball, and Zion Benton comes out with it. It was tied several times in that fourth quarter. Of course, then we went to overtime. No foul called, and Davis has to get up.
And they're playing 4-on-5 right now because Chris Milner's got a pretty severe ankle injury. Try to get himself out of the game.
He's still in. He gets the rebound. And he will be, he came down hard, but what hustle by Milner. What a warrior he is.
Let's hope that's not serious. We'll see Chris Milner. Well, this is the look at Worthington on the catch inside. Boy, he catches and finishes well, huh?
Yep.
Big kid with a nice soft touch on the inside, but that's a tough break, 32. Coming out of the game for Mundelein. Let's hope that's not one of those ones that's going to make him sit for a while, but he is in noticeable pain over on the bench.
Jeremy Williams comes in to give Stewart a breather with 1:17. That Stewart, boy, he is gassed. What an effort he has put on here tonight.
Yep.
Mantilla. And Worthington, another rebound, coach. And a blocking foul is called on Singh. Good call.
It's a good call. Looking for the charge call. You got to give the guy a chance to turn around. Now Singh knows it. Good job by Clinkscales to make sure you catch the ball first. Looks like Rashawn's going to check back in the game for Mundelein. Now we're checking, I think, to see if we're in the super bonus or not. Minute 3 left, 4-point lead. Big free throws here. Clinkscales hits a couple.
Well, they cooled off from long range. Remember in the fourth quarter, they came back with those 3-point shots, and they're 0 for 4 from beyond the arc is Mundelein. But now we'll see what Zion Benton can do from the free throw line.
Outstanding junior, all conference in the all tournament in the Lane Tech Thanksgiving tournament.
Nothing but net, and quickly Stewart, after that little breather, gets back in.
Rodney only a junior, but he's another one that was promoted to the varsity as a freshman, so a experienced junior. Looks like Milner's going to try to come back in the game, Perry, which is pretty amazing considering the pain he was in.
Now it's a 6-point lead, and checking back out is Skinner.
Trainer checked him out. Chris Milner back in the ball game, 6-point lead, but for Mundelein, that's just 2 shots.
1 minute remaining in our overtime. Little baseline move back out. Milner. And at that time hit the support again, so they're 0 for 5 from 3-point land in the overtime session.
Folks, Zion will have some opportunity to get down the floor, maybe get an easy basket, so Mundelein's going to have to watch the release here. Worthington can make that long pass.
Mustangs only 5 for 14 from the line, free throw line, so a factor as you consider this game in overtime. And quickly a foul is called. Zion Benton 5 for 7. They'll go to the line with a, now we have the super bonus.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. Takes the pressure off the free throw shooter. You get the 2 automatic, makes that first shot so much easier knowing that you've got the automatic second shot. Ron Seward, the outstanding sophomore at the line. Mentioned Andre White, playing at UAB now, a guard. He kind of patterns his game after. They've had some great guards here, haven't they? Zion Benton, Rob Judson, Billy McKinney.
Billy McKinney, yep.
I think he's with the Seattle Supersonics.
Had that great career at Northwestern, did Billy McKinney.
And we should mention Brian Colbert, too. We saw coaching, no longer coaching, but did a great job coaching the Waukegan Bulldogs. Brian Colbert, a great Great guard for Zion Benton.
2 big free throws by Stewart. Mantilla, he hits the 3. Timeout taken. They're not done yet.
44 seconds left, 5 points down. Rafi Mantilla. Well, you heard Don Clough talk at halftime. He knew they weren't going to keep Rafi Mantilla down. He's too good of a player. Had 2 points in the first half, but he has lit it up. He's had his all-around game. This is why Yale wants him to come play college basketball. He rebounds, he defends, he shoots, and he can drive to the basket too. Very good all-around player.
He has 17 in the ball game. There you see the Mundelein Mustang cheerleading squad. 2 outstanding cheerleading squads here tonight.
Great atmosphere here at Mundelein High School. You see the game of the week coming up.
Don't forget, catch your game of the week each and every week right here on Comcast. Next week we have the Thornwood Thunderbirds hosting the Blazing Trojans of Blue Township. Tune in at 4 p.m. on Saturday, January 27th for the boys battle in the Sig East Conference. Channel location in your area. Visit our website at ComcastNetwork.tv. What a game that will be, as this one has been.
Didn't mention also, by the way, with Rafi Mantilla, his grandfather. I still got his baseball card, I think, in my collection. Felix, right?
Felix Mantilla.
Played for the United Lanham, but the Milwaukee Braves.
Milwaukee Braves. On the line, 2 for 7. And now back to the line. Could be a parade here. Zion with a couple of buckets from the field, 2 for 7, but 4 free throws. And now they'll have an opportunity to cash in even more. They're 7 and 9 already from the line.
Mundelein's going to have to gamble that they'll miss some free throws. So far, they have not down the stretch. And Ron Seward back. Ronald Seward tucking the jersey in there. Back to the free throw line he goes. Big ones a few seconds ago.
They've hit 4 straight.
5'10", 165 pounds, only a sophomore.
Yep, got another. He has only 5 points in the game, but what a nice job he does running that offense. And it's a high-power offense, great form, takes his time. And that rattles home. Nice rotation.
What is that, 6 in a row down the stretch for Zion Benton? Huge at the free throw line. Rashawn trying to respond.
And the one thing you don't want to do is foul him, stop the clock, and put him on the line with a double bonus. A foul on Worthington.
Good look at Terrence Davis right there, the senior, but the Mundelein doing a nice job right now, Perry. They're trying to penetrate, make Zion Benton sink in, and then kick out for the three-pointer. You see Don Clough and assistant coach Bobby Worthington congratulating, in the case of Bobby, his son Travis, who has played a heck of a ball game.
Andy Rochon at the line. Junior point guard.
We mentioned last year he had to sit out his entire sophomore year. A couple of shoulder surgeries. Very, very painful for him to sit out and watch. Loves the game of basketball. Plays with great enthusiasm.
There's this super bonus coming into effect. He gets the second opportunity.
Coming back as a junior, he is healthy. He has energized this ball club. And again, a Mundelein team. 1-11 in the conference last year, 7-21 in the season. And right now, before this game, 15-4, 4-2. That's a turnaround.
And they quickly go to the foul, Mantilla.
They keep fouling Clinkscales, and they keep fouling Seward, and they keep making free throws.
Yep.
They probably would like to foul a couple of the other guys, but they got to catch the ball before you can foul them. Zion Benton doing a nice job of getting the ball in the hands of the guys who are their best free throw shooters.
They're 9 for 11 from the free throw line.
Rodney's got a great game. Don't forget, he's the guy who made the big basket, right? Kept the game alive with about 10 seconds left. If it wasn't for his drive and soft touch in the hoop, Mundelein be celebrating the victory.
They've had, as you would say, contributes from so many players. Actually, both teams have some good balance. Makes the second substitution quickly, defensively.
Well, if you're Mundelein right now, Zion Benton backs up their defense. The strategy real simple. You got to take the ball to the hoop, or you got to get off a three-point shot, and you don't have a whole lot of time to run your offense.
And hitting the two-point bucket is Rashawn, and they were down by 5. 27.1 seconds left in the overtime.
It's almost a letdown when they hit a two-pointer.
Yeah.
just inside the three-point line. Rashawn, you see the defense right there. Steps about a couple feet inside the line, makes the shot. They call the timeout right away. Now we'll see if they can take away Seward and Clinkscales, make somebody else catch the ball and go for the foul call. Down to 27 precious seconds, and Dick Knar, we mentioned just this year, recently getting inducted into the UIC Basketball Hall of Fame, an outstanding player back in the day. His daughter, Tony, a very fine player, freshman on the varsity team, and Richard III is an 8th grader. He'll be playing for Coach Knar next year, and another 6th grader coming up on the way. So there'll be some Knar's coaching and Knar's playing here at Mundelein High School.
Yeah,
Robert, the 6th grader, a very good one.
I heard you already got the scouting report. He has that good outside jumper. So trying to inbound into Zion Benton. There you see the pressure.
Already plays better defense than his dad, we've been told.
And a hold called on the inbound. And they'll take the long walk to the other end of the court.
And again, it's Rodney Clinkscales going to the free throw line. Zion Benton running a nice out-of-bounds play to get the ball in the hands of Clinkscales, their leader, their junior. 2 shots. Both teams in the super bonus.
Clinkscales now has 19 points in the ballgame.
Win here tonight by Zion Benton, Perry, and if they could pull off a victory against Warren tomorrow, they're right back in the hunt for the conference championship. Not an easy task, though, Warren.
Ciola, Clark and company.
Yeah, Ciola was outstanding down, and where did they play, in the Pontiac tournament?
I believe so.
Took 2nd place, lost by 2 points to Simeon, and Ciola Clark wowed the crowd. He'll be heading to Western Illinois. They said he has really elevated his game. I haven't had a chance to watch him play this year.
We watched him that sophomore year, that great team they had.
Yep.
And back to the other end, and 16.8 seconds, and if Zion Benton can make these shots, they might seal the deal.
Boy, I'll tell you, Mundelein played a heck of a second half. They had the victory right there. You could see the disappointment from some of the crowd. They were very, very close, about 10 seconds away, Perry, from pulling off the big win tonight. Clinkscales came down. The young man you're looking at the free throw line, hit the big bucket, and Mundelein had a shot coming down on the other end to win the game, and they couldn't handle the ball. So it's going to be a tough loss, but boy, fun team to watch. They play hard. You could see they bought into Coach Knar's system, and they're going to get plenty more victories, but this will be a tough one in front of their home crowd.
We, of course, want to thank athlete Wilhelm, the entire staff at Mundelein High School, and the student body, the fans. It's just, they do a great job hosting this game and hosting us. We thank them for it. Singh can't go. The putback, and they wave it off. And the foul is on Barron as he was trying to get that offensive board. Last time we were here, we had a thriller. That was some time ago. They played Elk Grove in a thrilling game, and tonight, much the same as we have the overtime contest between Zion Benton and the Mustangs of Mundelein.
That was the final year for Coach Perry Wilhelm. Remember his son, who was now coaching, I believe, at Lake Forest High School, coaching the freshman team. His son was the star guard on the team and played a very good Elk Grove ball club. That Mid-Suburban League is going to be great this year, too. Schaumburg got a big game with Conant this weekend. I think they play.
Conant always has that tough defense.
Oh, Tom McCormick and that Conant team won the York tournament. They're playing at a very high level this year.
Final seconds. And the Zion Benton Zeebies on the road in overtime come away with a victory over the Mundelein Mustangs. Your final score here tonight, 87-77. Back with our Comcast Player of the Game right after this. Welcome back to Mundelein. A thrilling game tonight in overtime. Zion Benton beats Mundelein by 10, 87-77, 15 and 19 from the free throw line for the Zeebies, 12 of 14 in the overtime to seal the victory. Now let's go courtside and join Eric Smith, standing by with our Comcast Player of the Game.
Thank you, Perry. Comcast Player of the Game, Rodney Clinkscales. Boy, Mundelein would not go away. What kind of team are they?
They're a finesse team, you know. They like to run the ball a lot. We just try to match their speed and try to keep up with them. We got a few turnovers at the beginning, but, you know, we just stayed in the game and we finished it off.
Now, you talked a little bit about the speed. Now, you're a team that likes to get out and run, too. So what's the difference with a team that likes to match you compared to another team that's going to try and slow you down?
Well, you know, we just want to try to get steals and try to push that ball because when we get on a fast break, we do a lot of good things.
Now, talk about the shot that you hit with about 10 seconds left in regulation. What was set up for that play?
Well, it was a drive because they were setting up in like a matchup zone. So we just tried to get the ball into the post, but they were kind of fronting them. So I just got the ball in my hand, I took it to the basket.
What was the difference between this game and then the time that you played them in December?
Well, it was at our house, so, you know, it was still about the same. They pushed the ball the same. It was a conference game, so any conference game is big.
Rodney, great job. 22 points today, and boy, no rest for the weary. Warren tomorrow night, back-to-back. Fellas, let's wrap things up.
All right, thanks very much. And Mundelein trailed by 9 at halftime, and they just battled back. They went to overtime, and they fell short as the Zeebies pulled away. Coach, final thoughts?
And that last shot you saw on the replay there was the shot that tied it up. If that doesn't fall, they lose the game. And it rattled one side of the rim, back to the other side. A game of inches, it went through, and Zion pulls it out in overtime.
Okay, there you see that final score, 87-77. Zion Ben wins it for the coach, John Cohn, for Eric Schmidt. For Statman Extraordinaire tonight, Southside Tommy Baden. For our producer director, Andy Ziolkowski, and our entire Comcast production team. This is Perry Williams saying thank you so much for watching, and so long, everybody.